This is a horoscope prediction for today in love for Taurus. Those belonging to this sign are those born between April 20 and May 20. Love is a fundamental part of Taurus's life, even though they don't easily show their feelings to others. You Taurus are going to be able to live a great experience if you are in the right place at the right time. I know this will sound like a cliché, but it is so in this case. It will be you who have to find out where you should be and what goals you have and are really achievable. Reflect, and surely looking inward you will find the answer. You are one of those who want everything said and done, and in most cases this does not happen that way. In addition, if it were so, you would lose all interest and you would not value it in its fair measure. In reference to love, it can tell you that it is more than likely that you are wasting opportunities. It is true that they may be people who are not your type, but who may suit you more than others who are. As for work and money, I want to tell you that we are in a transition period in the Taurus sign, and that, like, know how to wait for the right moment for each thing. If you get ahead of yourself, you may be wrong, and then the rectifications do not usually go well. It is better to think twice before acting than not to screw up, because, although it may seem easy to ask for forgiveness, not everything can be forgiven, and not everyone is willing to do so. You can lose the trust that person has in you, and that is difficult to recover. Today's free prediction for the Taurus man: if your Taurus friend is one of those submissive men who like to please the wishes of the person you love, it will be strange that you have not yet found a partner. It may be that you are perhaps too cloying, and that is what separates women from you. You have to know how to find the middle ground because, believe it or not, women also like a bit of confrontation, and if you have to argue for having different points of view, then nothing happens. You argue, always with respect, of course. Taurus horoscope for today in love for singles: if you are too aware, friends of the sign of Taurus, to find a partner, then don't obsess about it, and when someone you like shows up, don't approach her right away, don't push her, let everything go smoothly. The worst thing you can do is try to talk about your partner, living together, family or things like that, if you don't want him to run away. If you have a partner, go when he calls, respond to his messages, say hello when he wakes up, say goodbye before going to sleep. Small gestures separate love from routine, and they are what prevails when things falter. If we lose that touch, we are at risk of losing the whole essence of romance and love. If you don't have a partner, nobody should come between us and true love. Your ex doesn't stop doing it. That friendship that he offers you is just a form of surveillance that you should not access. You have to put everything in its place, and your ex-partner's place is the past, and not like a wall that keeps you away from new relationships. It is a good time to lower the intensity and recognize how much can be learned from mistakes. It has cost you money to get to this point, but it was all of the elements. Today is a good day to reconnect with your natural being, with your essence. You must open the window and the door, you must let in the moon, the sun and the wind. When he is in his presence, you will receive a message. Today you need to let your partner be a little freer. He usually adopts a censorious attitude regarding what he does and what he says, and that makes him feel imprisoned, without alternatives for personal development. Perhaps he exaggerates, but it is up to you to give him the freedom he demands. Be less repressive. This is a good day to repeat those situations in which you failed and succeed this time. You must forge yourself as a worker and as a productive entity, and this is the way to do it. Show that you have learned from your mistakes and do not avoid these problems that in other situations were your defeat. You can't change the world and people, but you can change yourself. Do not let yourself be overwhelmed by those who are reluctant to accompany you on your path of development. If your friends, your family or your partner do not share your need to grow, do it alone. With your example they will understand the importance of what you do. If love is paid with love, what does lack of love deserve? We live in a world that judges and punishes bad deeds. We have judicial systems that dictate sentences based on the crimes committed, and if it seems to us that the appropriate punishment has not been applied, we criticize the system. But surely we all deserve in our day-to-day to be treated with sensitivity and understanding. This weekend, be as lenient as you can. If you treat others as you want them to treat you, you will foster harmonious time together. Tip of the day: before fools, you should never use force. Reason will open their eyes, although it may not be up to you to teach them. Lucky numbers for today: 1, 6, 7, 20, 36, 37. Free Taurus Daily Horoscope Tips. All the signs of the horoscope are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific prediction of the horoscope for today or tomorrow for each of them. First Decan, April 21st to 30th, think things through before you do them, because today's horoscope tells us that you are prone to mistakes due to being too hasty. Second Decan, May 1st to 10th, don't forget that the people around you also have feelings, and that your comments or attitudes can hurt them. Third Decan, May 11th to 20th, I recommend that you make a plan to get what you want. This way you will be able to see what is achievable and what is not. You are very delusional these days.